Love ya!
Love you back.
Did you call?
Why?
Well, I thought I heard music. Yes, like the sound of starlight passing through a curtain of the finest colored glass.
Oh, I heard it too.
You did? Then what did you think it was?
A little bird. A little blue baby bird. You kept me awake last night.
A little bird? Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I. I wish it would stop.
And where do you think it is?
Outside, on the grass. It fell out of its nest.
Oh, how sad.
Especially if it's a little girl bird.
And why do you say that?
Because boys can take it. Boy birds are tough, even if they don't have many friends. But little girl birds are gentle. Soft and gentle like the little mothers they'll soon become.
I understand.
That's why everyone loves little girl birds.
But I thought you weren't going to look outside anymore.
I know, but she was outside. Down there. Once I knew she needed me, I couldn't help it. But I swear, I never looked over the horizon. Not once. I know how you doctors think that upsets me.
I know, dear. Never looking over the horizon for the rest of your life must be very hard for you, especially being the binoculars virtuoso that you were and still are.
You flatter me.
Oh, but it's so true, dear. Your virtuosity, why, all of it. What a wonderful man you are, and what a wonderful story you have to tell. Why, I never tire of hearing it. In fact, I can't remember when you told it to me last. Do you have any idea when that was?
Yes, it was a week ago, last Monday, 2:10 p.m.
Oh, that long. Well, no wonder it's so hard to recall. Do you think that you could tell it to me again just this once?
I could even tell you twice.
No, dear. Once would be all I would ask of you, or could possibly manage to stay awake for.
Okay, shall I start at the end so you know how it turns out?
No, dear. Start at the beginning, the very beginning.
Okay, well, first I was born.
Well, you know that. I bet you've covered that the last dozen times. Why don't you just get to the good part? The story of the little boy, his first binoculars, and how he learned to use and love them.
Well, all right. I guess that would be my Mary Dimples face.
Yes, it would.
Well, I was just lying in my crib with my binoculars, idly looking around my room.
Yes, I remember that, but what did you see?
Nothing.
Well, of course, nothing at first. But then what did you see?
You mean like low-flying aircraft?
No, dear. Wasn't there something much closer?
Oh, yes, of course. Through the bedroom window, next door, a person, just like me, trapped in a wooden contraption like mine, with no possible means of escape, except possibly by getting a whole lot older and going away to college.
Of course, dear. But who was that person?
Why, Mary Dimples.
Mary Dimples, Mary Dimples. Why, the very name trips off the tongue. But what, dare I ask, struck you about Mary?
Well, the first thing I noticed was that everything around her was pink. Pink here, pink there, pink, pink, pink. And frankly, I was frustrated because I was stuck with nothing but blue. And frankly, I've never liked blue, never. I liked pink then, and I like pink now, and it's still very difficult to find anything in pink for a man to wear. But I digress. The second thing I noticed was that up here, we looked the same.
Yes.
But down here, on the assembly line of life, when they made Mary, something was definitely left out.
Of course. Well, how sweet. The very first awkward but utterly normal awakenings.
I knew right away that binoculars would be a big part of my life. But it was never easy. My parents had other plans for me professionally.
I don't believe I knew that. What were those plans?
Oh, it was always the same. If you want money for college, either be a department store greeter or an earwax consultant. Take your pick. Blah, 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 blah,
Oh,
blah.
how tragic.
But as much as I wanted to please, I was determined to pursue my dream.
You mean Mary Dimples?
No, unfortunately, after she started drawing the drapes closed, we drifted apart.
Oh, life can be so cruel.
I know, but I wasn't about to let that stop me. First, I mastered the single lens spyglass, then the kaleidoscope, both clear and color glass. Then, finally, binoculars. Leather covered or plain, adjustable focused or fixed, hanging strap or not.
What an achievement!
Yes, but the greatest achievement of all was yet to come.
You mean discovering how to look over the horizon?
Yes, it was my finest hour. No one had ever done it before, and no one has done it since. It still makes me very proud.
Of course, darling. But unfortunately, over the years, as you began feeling greater and greater personal responsibility for all those awful things you saw over the horizon, they became a threat to your mental well-being. And that's why, as we just discussed, the doctors ordered you not only to stop viewing over the horizon, but they strongly suggested that you quit entirely.
I know, but looking around the neighborhood seems so harmless.
You miss it, don't you, dear?
I do. Every minute, every hour, every day, every February. Except leap year makes it 29.
But through it all, what a man you have become. What a prince, what a king, what a queen. And you made it all seem so simple once you set your mind to it.
And my watch to it.
And my 8-timer to it.
And my alarm clock to
And
it.
you did it all for me and the children.
Ah, our bonny little blue-eyed lad, Alexander.
Alexander the Great.
Conqueror of Egypt. Hail, hail.
The gang's all here.
And conqueror of Persia.
And their Persian rugs.
And their Persian cats.
And their Persian tea rooms.
And the Romans.
And the Mormons.
And the Normans.
And the department store floormans.
And the swanky hotel doorman.
And the little girl who steps down the lane.
Little girl? What little girl?
Why, our very own Cleopatra.
Little Cleo?
None other.
Oh, I thought she lived here.
She did, but we had to send her away because of her dark good looks and her attraction to men of the traveling salesman persuasion.
Oh, I'd almost forgotten. Where did she go?
Why, she followed her brother Alexander to Egypt.
Oh, where's she living over there?
Oh, some barge on the Nile.
She's living on a barge?
Yes, dear.
Oh, is she toting that barge?
Yes, dear.
And is she lifting that bale?
Yes, dear.
And is she getting a little drunk?
Getting bitten by an asp.
Asp? Did you say asp?
Yes,
Oh,
dear.
that's a very bad place.
I know, dear. Right here, 2 little marks completely ruined her outfit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, ooh, ooh.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's him. It's really him.
What are you doing?
I was watching the president.
You're doing what?
I said I was watching the president.
How can you possibly know that it's him? Why, no one has ever seen him. You know perfectly well that since the war, that the public no longer elects the president. That's done by those 3 men that try overrate.
Triumvirate.
Oh, whatever you call them. Oh my God, I see what you mean. But I can't possibly understand how you still think it's him.
his robe and his chair, it's the presidential seal.
Oh, good Lord, I think you're right. Oh, but that poor, poor man. All those things, those hoses all around his head and crawling all over his face, and each one of them is connected to some kind of tank. And at his end, why, it looks like nipples. Oh my God, that's what they are. And one by one, he's nursing from them like a baby.
Did you see the signs?
Signs?
Yes, on the tanks.
Big money, that one says big money. And then there's big oil. And that one says big lobbying. And then, let me be sure, there's big religion. And right next to that is big pharmaceutical. Oh! Then way down at the end, way back in the corner, I can't quite make it out. There's a tiny little tank all by itself. Why, it's no larger than a teacup. Can you see what it says?
It says public.
Public? Public what? Public utilities? Public works? Public restrooms?
No, the public.
Public. You mean us?
Here, look for yourself.
Well, I still can't quite make it out.
You're trying to.
Oh, what's that?
It's coming from them.
Oh, do you think it's coming from over there? And what do you think it means? Oh, who do you think that is?
I'll be there.
Hello there.
Hello.
How are you today?
Fine.
Glad to hear it.
Thank you. I have a question.
A question. You have a question. We love questions. Any kind of questions. Tall ones, short ones, fat ones, thin ones, any kind. Although I do have to warn you, we like some questions better than others. What is it?
Who are you?
Oh, who am I, you ask? Well, that's easy enough. I'm from the government. I'm an emissary. In fact, you can think of me as the emissary. I'm the number 2 to our number 1, and you know how all-powerful and omnipotent he is, so that makes me a red-hot something special, if I do say so myself. But enough about my wonderfulness, and on to the real reason I'm here, which is to see you. Does that impress you?
Not entirely.
Well, to be quite frank, and I can tell you're a man who appreciates the utmost in frankness, I'm here for a very simple reason. We didn't know anyone could see us.
Oh?
Absolutely not. Not a clue, not in our wildest dreams, not in a month of Sunday, zip, zero, not. Completely knocked our socks off. In fact, you're absolutely the only one in this world who has any idea what goes on over there. Because you do, it places a very heavy burden on your shoulders.
What kind of burden?
Simply that you must never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, reveal what you saw going on over there or what we're talking about now. Cross your heart, turn around 3 times, and hope to die. Do you understand exactly what I'm saying?
I understand your concern, but I couldn't possibly do what you asked.
You mean you couldn't go ahead and be quiet, even though what that would do to the public confidence? You'd actually spill the beans about what we just talked about and what you've seen going on over there?
But with the president a slave to all those special interests, how in good conscience could I do otherwise?
How in good conscience could you do that otherwise? You mean, how could you prevent a total collapse of everything that we hold near and dear, and a full-blown panic by every one of those people out there? That would make you reconsider.
Reconsider, yes. Do what you asked, no.
But why on earth not? People do what I ask all the time.
Maybe they do, but not me. I have my reputation to uphold.
Reputation. You have a reputation. You mean people still have those things?
I'll have you know that I'm considered the top binoculars man in the world, and my public would expect nothing less from me. In fact, if I were president, I'd kick every one of those special interests out on their big, fat lawns.
Well then, we have a problem. And I think it's only fair to warn you that having a problem with me is not a good thing. But perhaps there's a way out of our little moral dilemma after all. You won't come down from your moral high horse. Why not take over as president yourself?
Do what?
Just listen to yourself. You're the one with the lofty sense of morality. You're the one who thinks we can't let the president be led around by the nose by outsiders. You're the one who's fed up with the status quo. This is your chance. Seize it.
But you said you were in favor of the special interest.
I did, and I am.
But if you know I tell everyone the president's corrupt, and if you know I get rid of all the special interests, then why in the world are you offering me the job? Or is it just to shut me up?
What do you think?
What do you mean, what do I think?
Good.
All right then, I'm not sure.
Good.
Good, but even if the job were available, how could you make it happen?
Ah, easy. Piece of cake. Candy from a baby. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. I can take care of it. Just like that. You know, a few phone calls, a few fittings with our tailor, some new stationery, a new sign on the door, maybe a new agent. You know, things like that. Nothing to it. That is, of course, assuming you pass the test.
There's a test?
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess that's to be expected. What should I study?
What do you like?
You mean I get to choose?
No.
Then I don't get to choose.
No.
You mean I get to choose and I don't get to choose?
All right.
Is it multiple choice?
Okay.
Is it written?
Fine.
What do you mean?
If it's multiple choice, you can make up new questions.
Yes,
And if it's written, you can make up multiple answers.
but we already have a president. Why would he want to leave?
Because he's tired. That's why.
Hired?
Yes, tired from all those decisions he hasn't had to decide, all those thoughts he hasn't had to think, and all those truths he hasn't had to tell.
I could see something was wrong, but I didn't know it was that bad.
Trust me, it is. So you're in then?
In?
Yes, for the job. Do you want to be president or don't you?
It's certainly tempting.
Of course it's tempting. What do you think I'm trying to do to you? Do you think I'm an amateur? Tempting is my specialty. I have a PhD in tempting, with a minor in goading. But tempting aside, tell me now or forever hold your peace. Do you want it? Do you really, really want it? Do you want it with every fiber of your being? Do you want it with every ounce of who you are now or ever will be? Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want to be president of the United States 2.0?
Can I take my binoculars with me?
Of course you can take your binoculars with you, or for that matter, anything else your heart's desires. After all, I'm a sensitive guy. I understand these things. You have my word.
So, you're saying I can trust you?
What do you think?
What do you mean, what do I think?
I asked you first.
All right then, I'm not sure what I think.
Well, good. So, what's your answer?
I need a moment.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Time's up. What's your answer?
Yes.
Yes, finally, before another rotation of the Earth, a decision.
But the test, how should I prepare for the test?
Answer the door.
What?
Answer the door.
Answer the door, but there's no one there. What do you want?
I think you'll find everything in order.
But what is all this stuff? And when's the test? Next week? Next month?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? But that's not enough time to...
I'll see you in exactly 24 hours. They never get this right.
One, two, 117, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 117, 1, 2.
Love ya.
Love you back. 1, 2, 3,
Keep
1, 2,
going, it's almost
1, 2,
time.
27, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 7.
Take your vitamins, they're good for ya.
That's number 30 since yesterday.
And here's number 31, just in case.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Here's your tonic, drink it. called tiger's milk. What's the matter?
It tastes like kitty litter. That's how you're doing when you milk her.
Okay, study time.
Okay, shoot.
Before the founding fathers signed the Declaration of Independence, Benjamin Franklin said, "If we do not hang together, we shall surely hang separately." So they signed it. But what do you think happened next?
Someone said, who's got the fight out?
For the classic, Shakespeare's Hamlet opening scene up in the tower. What did the ghost of Hamlet's father say to Hamlet?
Who?
And what was Hamlet's response?
Bushi?
When you look up and you see a full moon covering half the sky, what comes to mind?
Your sister in the nude climbing a tree.
That's not funny.
No, but your sister climbing my Uncle Rudy, that's funny.
If I drop a feather and an iron safe from the same height, which one hits the ground first?
Is that a light feather or a heavy feather?
On a globe of the world, what does the term Great Circle Route refer to?
The shortest distance from A to B.
Very good. Now define the term minor circle.
The shortest distance from A to B, but with an overnight in large funds.
On the battlefield, if a cannonball is approaching, which table should I consult? A, the phases of the moon, B, the Metrobus schedule, or C, a ballistics table showing the range and velocity of a projectile fired from a cannon?
The answer is D. Tighten my jock, roll up my socks, stick my fingers in my ears, and kiss my sweet ass goodbye.
How do you make a martini?
Gin and vermouth.
And how do you make a Manhattan?
$24 worth of beads and trinkets.
Then how do you make a Shirley Temple?
I don't know, but if you do, it'll get you 10 to 20 in a prison cell with some guy named Bubba.
Okay, get ready for your presidential ball. Grab your partner, assume the position, foxtrot. So wedge. Let's tango. Dirty tango. Oh, Sarah, give it to me, give it to me. Woo! Bunny hop, ready? Da 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 da. Reverse. Da 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 da. Oh, you're hump, you're hump. You've got to work on your hump. You're not humping right.
I know, it's been a long time.
Oh, that's him. Quick, open wide. Check, 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 and double check. Good luck.
Are you ready?
Check,
Are you sure?
check,
Do you still want to be president?
check,
Then shall we proceed with the test?
check, and double check.
Good, then I have to warn you, there'll be no gum chewing, note taking, room leaving, food eating, phone calling, binoculars using, navel gazing, TV watching, flight casting, question asking, or looking at the other student's answers.
But there are no other
Is that
students.
quite clear?
Check,
Then shall we proceed with the test?
double check.
And first question. Have you ever been a member of the Boy Guides?
Yes, until I was 32, but I got stuck in a tent, so they made me quit.
No commentary, please just answer my questions. Now, while a member of the Boy Guides, did you earn any merit badges?
Yes.
Good, then as I read the following list of badges, a simple yes or no will suffice.
Okay, shoot.
Camping,
No,
first aid,
no,
hosiery and lingerie,
no,
waffle science,
no,
ballroom dancing,
no, but my wife and I were just...
lap dancing,
No,
pole dancing,
no,
microwaving for fun and profit,
no,
bondage for fun and pleasure,
no,
hiking,
no.
Indian lore.
Oh, that one I have.
At last. Now, on to the psychological part of the test. And I must warn you that although the questions are few in number, they are extremely important of our evaluation of you. Do you understand? Then let's proceed. Have you ever seen your mother naked? Have you ever wanted to see your mother naked? Have you ever had a pet?
I had a dog and a giant ground sloth named Slowpoke.
A dog? Have you ever wanted to see your dog naked?
How am I doing so far?
Well, I'd say you're just squeezing by on the psych test. In fact, I'd say you have a C minus minus. However, since no one really believes this stuff anyway, and you didn't completely screw up the merit badge section, you could just make it.
I could. What would I have to do?
Suck up to me a little.
Do what?
You know, tell me how all-powerful I am and how you quake at the sight of me. You could also tell me how you desperately need to pass this test.
Okay, you're all powerful. I do quake, and I really need to pass. How's that?
Good for a starter. I think we're circling the landing strip.
Oh, okay. Wonderful pilot. How about that?
You're warming to the subject, flaps down, approaching the landing field.
Oh, wonderful one. Oh, supreme commander of the skies. Am I getting the hang of it?
You're coming along very nicely. Wheels down, glide path locked and loaded.
And may all your stewardesses be comely and cooperative. Amen.
Then it's a touchdown for the U.S. triumvirate.
Long may she wave.
And may I be the first to congratulate you. Against all odds and my personal expectations, you've done it. You've passed the test. This country is saved. We've made our selection. The ceremony will now commence. God bless the United States of America 2.0.
Love ya!
Love you back.
Proceed here shortly. You may let in the others.
It's almost salty snacks.
Your image, sir. Well then. We'll just wait for a big farmer here. There we go. Up we are. All right.
Stop it.
Right. Shall we? Speech.
Thank you. I will do my best, and to that end, I thought a little preparation might be in order. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether to... Not now.
Okay.
I seem to have lost my train of thought. Oh yes, here it is. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Dear, I'm almost done.
What minute? I haven't got a minute.
But can't you wait?
No, it's all that toasting. I can't wait.
Well, why not?
Great coach. I gotta pee.
Oh my. Perhaps we should hurry this along. I'll try to make this
And
quick.
you better make it quick, real quick.
My train of thought. Oh yes, here it is. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east and...
Birdie, birdie, howie, howie, birdie, birdie, I gotta go.
Stop it! Stop it, I say!
I don't want to stop it. I want more champagne.
You don't need more champagne.
Yes, I do. I want champagne. I want champagne. I want
Stop it!
I'm not gonna stop it. I want champagne. I want champagne. Split size, regular size, magnum size.
No, no, and no!
Big size, bigger size, biggest size, barrel size. Is this how beef people get when they drink? I want champagne. I want champagne. I want champagne.
Shut up, you little twerp. Twerpette, twerplet, twerpster, whatever the hell you are.
And you don't want champagne. I want women. I want women. I want women.
No, no, not that. Not women. You'll lose your amateur standing.
This really is all big people get, isn't it?
Good God! The child has descended into hormone hell. Calling all cars! Calling all cars! Send out the word! The beast is loose! The beast is loose! All women beware! All women beware! Especially those wearing proactively padded underwear. That is all. That is all.
Women! I need women! Bring me women, I'm telling you.
Don't listen to him.
Someone! Anyone! Women is waiting! Someone! Anyone!
Shut up! Shut up, I say. You're drunk.
I don't want to stop it. I want women. How come?
Because you're too young. That's why.
Okay. Okay, then bring me young girls.
No, no, no.
Real young girls.
Stop it. Stop it.
While you're out, like Harry. I really like Harry. He's sweaty, good. Harry, and sweaty, and young.
Oh boy. I got pee. And I got pee right now. Not in a minute. Not in a week. Not next year. I've got to go. Because I got real bad. I got to burn a hole. And if I don't get out of here right now, we're all going to get our socks real wet.
Never mind. Our guests are waiting. Please, everyone, gather around. The ceremony will now begin. Please, be seated. Now, in order that I may concentrate on the task at hand, I ask that, other than myself, no one speak. Therefore, I'll ask that our president-elect communicate with me by means of the following hand signals. This to indicate all is well, please continue. And this, in the unlikely matter it be needed, to indicate something is wrong, please stop immediately. And this to indicate all is in order, I am ready to be sworn in. Do you understand? Then let us proceed. May I please have the cowl of office, dear brother, dear friend, dear sir. Yo. Will you assist me, please? Now you see I've draped it down. Now you see I've wrapped it round. Now you see I've pulled it lightly. And you see I've pulled it tightly. And now you see, you're dead. Thank you. Thank you, one and all, for your attendance at this historic occasion. Therefore, as this concludes our business today, you are hereby dismissed.
One thing I worry about.
What?
Do you think he told anyone?
About what?
About the situation with the president, how little power he has, and how we have it all.
You mean the special interests? No, I'm not worried. I'm sure he told no one.
What about his wife? What if he told her?
So what if he did? Who's going to listen to her?
How can we be sure?
We have ways.
With her, I suppose, but still, how can you be sure that word won't leak out somewhere else?
What do you think?
What do I think? What I think is I hope you're right, because if the real public...
Don't worry, they won't. They never do. And best of all, they don't want to.
I suppose you're right. Why do you think that is?
Because they've got it wrong. They think that we're here to serve them, when really, it's the other way around. Let's go home.
You hungry?
I don't know.
I'm hungry.
Good. Let's go home.
I think we're having beans and franks. You like beans and franks?
I don't know. Good. Let's go home.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, I am too.
Good. Let's go home.
Okay. Okay, let's go home.
I'm sorry I missed your party. Love ya. Love ya. Love you back.